Masters Vessel Classical Academy, Primary Section. On the roll.
Living things are those things that have life in them. Living things are those things that have life in them. You and me are living things. You and me are living things. Living things are those things that have life in them. Living things are those things that have life in them. Animals and plants are living things. You and me are living things. Dog is a living thing. Mango tree is a living thing. Mommy is a living thing. Daddy is a living thing. You and me are living thing. You and me are living things. Oh, living things are those things that have life in them. Hello, children of the Masters Vessel Classical Academy. My name is Mrs. Odinamadu Felici. The subject for today's visual class is basic science. And the class I am representing is basic 3. Basic 3. The topic for today's lesson is animals as living things. Animals as living things. Objectives of the lesson. Our objectives will be to 1. Identify animals as living things. Identify animals as living things. 2. Give 10 examples of animals. Give 10 examples of animals. 3. Mention 5 reasons why animals are living things. Mention 5 reasons why animals are living things. To achieve the objectives, we will go through 4 processes. To achieve the objectives, we will go through 4 processes. 1. Recap on living things. 2. Animals as living things. 3. Examples of animals. Examples of animals. 4. Reasons why animals are living things. Reasons why animals are living things. Now let's start with the processes. Process number 1. Recap on living things. What are living things? Yes, What are living things? Good! Wonderful! Living things are those things that have life. They are those things that have life. Those things that have life, we call them living things. Now, what are the two major examples of living things? That's the next question. What are the two major examples of living things? Yes? Good! Oh, you children are making me proud. The two major examples of living things are plants and animals. Plants and animals. Okay, what are the reasons why plants are living things? Yes, I'm asking these questions because we have done it in our previous lessons. Yes? Emeka, you can tell me. Good! Fantastic! You children are wonderful. Plants are living things because it can move, breathe, grow, and feed. Plants can respond to changes in their environment. Plants can respond to changes in their environment. Plants are living things because it can move, it can respond to changes in their environment, and so on. Plants can produce young ones and remove waste from their body. Plants can die. Plants can die. Now let's delve into the lesson proper. Remember, our topic today says animals as living things. Animals as living things. Animals, as we all know, is one of the two major examples of living things. Now let's see the examples of these animals. Can you give me the examples of animals that you know? Give me examples of those animals you have seen. Yes? Good. Good. All right. Examples of animals are dog, cow, cat, rat, lion, tiger, snake, frog, goat, human being, and so on. These are examples of animals. We have other ones. All right. Now let's go to the reasons why animals are living things. Let's go to the reasons why animals are living things. Animals are living things because they can move. Yes, animals can move. They can move around. Even as a human being, I can walk around. So anything that can move around is a living thing. Number 2, animals can feel and respond to things or changes in their environment. Animals can feel and respond to things or changes in their environment. For example, a girl cries when she steps on a sharp object. If you step on a sharp object, you must feel the pain. You must feel it, and you may cry. So animals can feel and they can respond to things or changes in their environment. Number 3, animals can feed. Animals can feed. Human being feeds on rice, beans, yam, vegetables, fruits, and so on. Livestock feeds on grains. They feed on grains. The reason for feeding is to enable the animals live and carry out life processes like growth, respiration, and reproduction. Yes, that's the reason why animals feed. If they don't feed, which means they will not grow. If they don't feed, which means they will not produce their young ones. If they don't feed, which means they will not remove waste materials from their body. So the reason for feeding is to enable the animals live and carry out life processes. Life processes like growth, respiration, and reproduction. 4, animals can breathe. Yes, animals can breathe. Animals breathe in oxygen. Breathing is what makes an animal a living thing. If you are not breathing, which means you are not a living thing. Anything that cannot breathe is not a living thing. It's only a living thing that can breathe. So animals can breathe. In other words, animals are living things. 5, animals can produce their young ones. Animals can produce their young ones. This is called reproduction. Examples. We have a woman and her baby. You will see a woman and her baby. A cat and its kitten. A cat and its kitten. And so on. We have other animals with their young ones. And this shows us that animals can produce their young ones. And I want you to know that the reason for this reproduction is for continuity of life. Yes. If they don't produce their young ones, which means their life will stop there. Let's assume that the cat do not produce its kitten. It means that the cat will go to what we call extinct. It will no longer be in existence. So that's the reason for reproduction. There must be a reproduction. So animals can produce their young ones. And this shows that animals are living things. Number 4, animals can breathe. Animals can breathe. I told you that animals can breathe in oxygen. I've said that before. Now let's go to number 6. Animals remove waste materials from their body. They remove waste materials from their body. We call this excretion. There is a purpose for excretion. The purpose of excretion is to remove toxic waste products from the body. Yes. It's to remove toxic waste products from the body. Examples: water and carbon dioxide, which are poisonous or toxic to the body. We remove it. We remove it. And excretion, remember, is the removal of waste products from the body. This water in the body and the carbon dioxide If you don't remove them, they are very harmful in the body. Because of that, the body must remove them. We breathe in oxygen, and as an animal, we remove carbon dioxide. So water and carbon dioxide in the body, you must remove them. Especially the poisonous or toxic water in the body. You remove it in form of a urine. When you pass out urine, you have removed the water from the body. Some of them, they do go out in form of sweat. And so on. Number 7. Animals can grow. Yes, animals can grow. Growth is permanent increase in size, weight, and strength. The purpose of growth is to enable the animals replace old tissues in their bodies. That's the purpose of growth. And what is these tissues we are talking about? Tissues are a group of similar cells that function together to do a specific job in our body. So sometimes they will be very weak. Sometimes these tissues will damage. But when growth is taking place, it will help and replace those old tissues or the damaged tissues. It will just replace them, and the body will continue with its normal function. Number 8. Animals can die. Yes, animals can die. All living things must pass through these 5 stages of life, namely birth, growth, maturity, decline, that is old age, and finally death. So all living things must pass through these 5 stages of life. As long as you are an animal, you must die. Anything that cannot die is not a living thing. Anything that cannot die is not a living thing. So animals can die. In other words, animals are living things. Animals are living things. Remember the 5 stages of life that we must pass through as a living thing: birth, growth, maturity, decline, that is old age, and death, finally death. In summary, so far, you have discovered that animals are living things. Examples of animals, we mention them as dog, cat, snake, cow, rat, lion, tiger, human being, and so on, etc. We have other animals that we did not mention. So you can add up those ones. Then we also discovered the reasons why animals are living things. We said that animals can move, animals can feed, animals can grow, animals can breathe, and so on. Now let's go to assignment. Assignment. Please, this assignment, you must do it for me. You do it very well and submit it. You know the right place to submit the assignment. Number 1, animals are dash. Now you pick your answer from the bracket. Animals are dash. We have living things, non-living things. Just choose the correct answer. Number 2, Write 10 examples of animals. Write 10 examples of animals. Number 3. Mention 5 reasons why animals are living things. Mention 5 reasons why animals are living things. Okay, hope you have taken the assignment. We have 3 questions here, so make sure you do it very well. And this is where we will wrap it for today's virtual class. My name remains Mrs. Odinamadu Felici. Just stay at home, stay safe. Bye for now.